It is Saturday night once again, and this is the Overnight Mouse Party. I'm DM Foss, and tonight we have gun websites. How's it going, G Webs?
Good. Glad to be here on Saturday Night Live.
I think that's trademarked.
Oh, I just meant Saturday night, live.
And Gizzard Gary, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, except for me, it's Sunday morning.
Well, I'm in the past. I'm always late. Gods and Barbecue, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. And since you're in the past, do you want the Powerball numbers?
No, that's all right.
Too late to buy?
Yeah.
I understand.
Oh, pinned to the top of the chat is this week's poll. If you haven't voted, please go over there and vote. And let me get the banner going. At the bottom of the screen is an email address coming around right there, untacticalfoss@gmail.com. You can send in comment suggestions or pictures within reason. And Ozzy, I don't know if Ozzy's out there yet. Ozzy had sent in one last week and I missed it. So we'll one of his holsters. We'll take a look at that here in just a bit. And if you watch this a replay, leave a comment. Whatever we talk about, agree with, disagree, think we left something out, let me know. I read all the comments and they are always appreciated. Let me get back to comments. I've got, how's everybody feel about candy corn? You like candy corn?
Greatest candy ever.
I'm okay with it.
Says gun stuff.
It's disgusting.
I've been eating these pumpkins. I like these more than candy corns. It's like 4 candy corns at once.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sugar. Holy cow.
Did you lose a bet or something or what?
No.
Oh.
A lot of people like candy corn.
A lot of people like Spam, too. I'm sure the two together probably are wonderful, but
I used to like Spam when I was younger, but not as much anymore. I don't mind. There's a bacon Spam, bacon flavor Spam. That's a little better.
But I would like to give everybody some advice right now, if you don't mind.
Sure.
That is, if you think it's a good idea right before you get on a chat to dump a whole container of ramen noodles on your desk, don't do that. It's not worth it. It's not as much fun as you think it might be. So.
What do you mean, like a container?
Like a cup of noodles?
He dropped his cup of noodles.
I didn't drop it. It got knocked over sideways, and I've spent the last 10 minutes and half a roll of paper towels getting it cleaned up.
It was soup.
Sounds awful.
It was dried or it was soup?
Oh, well, it was on its way to being reconstituted. How about that?
Ouch.
Mm-hmm. Great fun. Like I say, if you've got an idea that might be fun, I can tell you right now, I'll save you the pain of doing that and experimenting with it. Just don't.
What about the opportunity for paper towel reviews? So it sounds like a great opportunity.
I always buy Bounty, so I'm buying pretty high quality paper towels. You don't want cheap paper towels when you come to situations like this where you've got a mess to clean up.
That's where it's nice to have a tiny dog that likes licking, because then he just licks all that soup up.
I had a similar experience when I drove a truck. I was going to have a salad because I was feeling like a rabbit. And I had a brand new bottle of Italian dressing, and I opened it up, and I took the little safety fresh seal thing off. And about that time, the forklift driver come up and said, "Hey, we're going to start unloading." I was like, "Cool." Now I go back to this Italian dressing that I have completely forgot that I have not put the lid back on. and I go to shake it vigorously. And so, about 3 pumps of going to shake this, I realize I have flung at least half of the bottle of Italian dressing all over the cab of my truck. Which,
Probably
you know,
smells awesome.
oh, it smelled incredible. 100%. Like, that's the only good thing to come out of that, was it smelled incredible. Also, one other, I guess, kind of good thing, it's oily, so anything that, like you would Armor All or something, that actually works out pretty well too. Plus, you get the awesome smell. Minus all like the little Italian seasoning flakes that are inside Italian seasoning. Those really suck to try and get cleaned up still. So I wouldn't recommend it for your dash, but you could use it.
So you pump and dump your salad dressing?
I did. All over my shifter.
I had one time, forget where we were driving, and I had a bottle of Mountain Dew in the center console, and I went to open it with one hand. It hadn't been opened yet. So I pushed down on it, and I pushed hard enough down while I was trying to twist the cap that it broke the seal and it started squirting all over the place. So, not sure how that happened, but
Interesting.
You guys have such traumatic instances with salad. No wonder you guys hate salad so much.
Let me say hello to everybody that's out there. DJ Play Nice. TJ Fishing. G'day. He's out there punching the kangaroos down under. Baron SVG. Must
What?
not be able to. Probably can't sleep.
If I was fighting a
Woods.
kangaroo, I would grab a crocodile by the tail and swing it around and swing it at the kangaroo.
So
Oh, for him, it's probably everyday kind of thing. But he had posted a short kangaroos on his property.
I'm assuming everyone in Australia has to deal with kangaroos every day. I just assume that's what happens there.
and for snacks, they always have a Vegemite sandwich, of course.
That's what the kangaroos are trying to steal.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Mosen. Good evening. And Mr. Bob Dobolina. Oh, he's into the retro stuff. He's got a 30-inch CRT. Biggest CRT TV I ever had was 28-inch. I had a 28-inch Toshiba. And that was a pain in the ass to move around.
So cathode ray tube, meaning like an entire TV tube. It's a giant chunk of glass, basically.
Yeah. Oh, X Adam 1. Oh, Mario said Italian dressing, the new Armor All. Who knew?
Yep.
I used Armor All. Well, I had leather seats in a car one time, and I used Armor All. Never Armor All leather seats. It makes them slippery.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet you're sliding everywhere.
Yep. Armor All is good for like old cars that I had. I would use Armor All to get mildew out of the seat belts. It worked really well for that.
But the question is, can you use Armor All on a salad?
At
least once.
I wouldn't suggest it.
Maybe you shouldn't have Armor All your soup bowl.
Barrett said, I once drunkenly opened a car door and peed on the seat and floor. Thought it was abandoned, but the owner told me different. Ah. And earlier, let's see if I can find it. Wood said candy corn is a crime. Baron likes these pumpkin things. These, I think these are from Brock. They call them mellow pumpkins.
Really like how you added the phlegm in there.
They're marshmallow pumpkins from last year that just sit, and when they shrink down, they turn into those.
Well, today there was a bag of candy in a drawer, and my wife told me, "Hey, there's told me about the bag of candy in the drawer," and I knew I had put a bag of candy at one point in that drawer, so I forgot about it. Went and whatever bag of candy it was like caramels. I didn't put them in there. She doesn't remember them. We're not sure how this large bag of caramels got put in that drawer. All I can think is it's leftover Halloween candy from last year. But neither of us are really sure. So I told her, well, we'll just give them out this year.
I like it.
That's what we used to do. What is any leftover Halloween candy, we just save and then give out for the following Easter. And then any leftover Easter candy got handed out for the following Halloween.
We always had people out at work back when I used to work. They would bring their leftover Halloween candy out to work and put it in a bowl for everybody to munch on, and we'd munch on that for 2 or 3 months till it was all gone.
I don't trust anything that's left out in the break room.
Right.
I've seen things done to things left out in the break room.
In this case, it wasn't in the break room. See, I happened to work at a service counter where our help desk was. We actually had a counter, a walk-up counter, and they had a glass bowl, and they would just fill that up with candy. So it was for the workers or for anybody else who walked up there and said, "Hey, can I have a piece of candy?" And we'd go, "Sure. Help us get rid of this crap." So.
Vulcan Rumble asked, "What's your favorite CZ75 clone?" I don't really have one. I used to own one. I had that Tang Folio steel compact in 10 millimeter, which I've talked about before. It was great until it stopped being great, and then I got rid of it. Baron, my favorite Halloween candy bar is Three Musketeers. Can't eat too many before feeling sick though. That is my favorite overall candy bar is the Three Musketeer.
Really?
Yeah.
Even more than Snickers? Come on, man.
I don't
It's
like
un-American.
Do
I
circus
prefer-
peanut count as a candy bar?
I prefer the nougat over the caramel. Personally.
Babe Ruth.
No. I don't like peanuts. Babe Ruth has peanuts, right?
I don't know what's the difference between a Babe Ruth and a Snickers. Not much.
They're spelled differently.
Yeah, they're made differently, but I think they have the same core ingredients.
I thought a Babe Ruth is essentially a payday with chocolate over it.
trying to think what payday now, but it's basically nuts and caramel and nougat covered in chocolate. So I think it's just a different.
Yeah, I think there's more nuts in a Baby
I don't think
Ruth.
there's nougat in Babe Ruth.
Oh, there's nougat in a Babe Ruth. I just got done eating some, so
Is there? Okay.
yeah, that's just in a different way. I guess just a different proportion. I guess it's like a tube of it instead of a big half a thing of it than a Snickers, but pretty similar to a Snickers, I guess.
Is there nougat in a payday?
I don't know.
Remember a payday? Is it chocolate, nougat, and nuts?
No, there's no chocolate. It's just like salty caramel nuts and
These nuts.
Mhm.
You know what
What's it?
Snickers was named after? Because we all know what Babe Ruth was named after. Do you know what Snickers was named after?
doodle.
Nope. It's a thing, though. It says on the internet.
William Snickers.
No, it's named
Actu-
after a family horse. Both
Actually,
Go ahead.
officially, the Baby Ruth candy bar was named after Ruth Cleveland, the daughter of
Well-
President Grover Cleveland.
That's it's been some I saw something.
That's what they
But
claimed.
it was
after that suit.
it was before it was named before she was born.
Yeah.
It was believed that the Curtis Candy Company used the name to avoid paying royalties to the famous baseball player Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
So it says, while Snickers was introduced later and named after a family horse, both candy bars contain milk chocolate, peanuts, and nougat with caramel, though they have different textures and proportions, with Snickers having a smoother, chewier texture and Babe Ruth featuring whole peanuts. So that's the difference, I guess, between them, is they're just literally the same ingredients made differently.
What's the best part of teaching elementary is tremendous amounts of candy, cookies, cakes, etc. in the break room. And X Adam 1, Foss said to his Tangfolio, "You're someone else's problem now." I did fix it before I got rid of it. But I was just so frustrated. And part of it wasn't, it was the gun itself, having the problem with the gun, and then dealing with Tangfolio or with a EAA witness that I had enough of it and then traded it in and got a CZ Compact. Woods said candy bar bracket. I'm pretty sure we've done a candy bar bracket in the past.
We have.
I believe we have.
And Baron said Snickers taste like a mistake. X Adam 1 wants to know what is nougat anyways. There is, if you go to the Discord and I can't remember if it's the food channel or the cooking. I did post a video in there. Somebody that made a video, what is nougat? So it explains what nougat is. And Vulcan Rumble said on Cape Cod has chocolate shops that are extremely dangerous because they ship by mail. Very dangerous. I got in for a while. I got into buying truffles, the chocolate truffles, not the found under a tree truffles, for my wife. And I would order them from all over. And the most expensive truffles I ever got were $8 a truffle. And
wow,
she, if I recall correctly, she thought they were okay, but her favorite ones were more reasonably priced.
I would hope so. Also, I Googled the difference between a Babe Ruth and Payday. Turns out the Payday doesn't have nougat.
I'm trying to remember when was the last time I ate a Payday.
So how did you go about finding these truffles, Boss?
Just online.
Just
On
like
the
Google
internet.
searches and
Yep, on the
Oh.
internets.
A Payday is where they take nougat and they roll around in peanuts so that it's like peanuts on the outside of the bar. It's like a salted nut bar type of thing.
what I just read, it literally just said it was caramel and peanuts. There is no nougat.
Oh, well, okay, whatever. But I mean, now I remember the Payday. I thought it was nougat in the center. No, it says it's covered with a sweet caramel nougat center. No, caramel. No, it says sweet caramel nougat center, so I don't know.
X Adam One's asking who here is the knife guy. Well, Gizzard and G Webs are the professional knife guys, and Barbecue and I are the enthusiasts.
We're the ones that have unbiased opinions as we buy all of our knives.
Yeah, you pay for your knives like heathens.
We can't be bought.
I can be bought with piles and piles and piles and piles of knives, which I have.
Chill.
And thanks to those people, dozens of lucky recipients have free knives now.
Yep.
I have a couple. I have one right here.
Say, as do I.
Oh, I guess you can show that on there.
So not only do I get to review these things, but I pass them on and they can be subsequently reviewed by the recipients and have been, thanks to DM Foss.
I have done reviews, and I still. This is my first and only. Now I forgot the name for that linen scales. The hell you call these? This type
Yeah.
of scale.
G10.
Looks like micarta, isn't it?
Micarta, thank you.
Yeah.
This my first and only micarta, and I like micarta. I like the feel of it. Oh, X Adam One wants to know who did he answer my previous question. Stepped away for a second about sighting tool. I didn't. I missed your question about sighting tool. Ask it again so I don't have to go find it. Ozzy's asking, so what time is the tsunami supposed to hit the West Coast?
Was there
I
another
didn't know
earthquake?
Didn't know there was one.
Oh, you guys are going to be enveloped by water before the end of the live broadcast?
I'm far enough from the coast where I don't have to worry about it.
Big enough tsunami. Just saying.
The last time I heard about a tsunami and I notified somebody, I then realized, like, oh crap, I probably might have just caused alarm. And then luckily they're like, nope, we're good. So I just try not to give a heads up now.
I like to cause panic whenever possible.
The goddamn bacon. So speaking of confections, shout out to Gosenkos. Used to live in walking distance of their production outlet. I don't know who they are or what they make.
I don't think I'd want to be within walking distance of a candy factory. One, it would smell amazing and you'd always be hungry. And then two, you could just walk over and buy fresh candy all the time.
Well, there can be too much of a good smell. The town next to where I used to live, they made spearmint, the flavoring spearmint. And so every time they do a batch, the whole town smelled like spearmint, which was, if you don't live there, it probably smells good. But if you live there and you're smelling that every time they make it, it probably gets a little old. Roy E. Munson is out there. He was on the dark web trafficking black market truffles.
Oh, good for him.
Way more than the legal amount of chocolate in those truffles.
And X-Adam1, I was partial to those peanut butter bars. They stick to your teeth like magnets.
Is that candy anymore? That's a cookie, isn't it?
And X-Adam1, knife opinions. Is there anything special on the metal of Ardira?
Yes.
Features
Kino 60.
CPM MagnaCut stainless steel, high performance alloy.
Yeah. It's expensive, but it is considered superior by many.
It's a stainless steel with a revolutionary alloy that combines high levels of toughness, high-speed edge retention, and superior corrosion resistance.
So, I thought part of stainless steel was a coating that's on it.
No. Well, I mean, you can put a coating on stainless steel, but stainless steel just means that there's the material, the makeup of the steel has the chromium or something that makes it resist rust.
And in the case of MagnaCut, it's actually made by a process called powdered metallurgy, where they combine powdered steel of different kinds to achieve the ratio that they desire, and then it's superheated. But you pay dearly for it. Let's put it that way.
It's MIM. It's like a MIM blade.
I was going to say the blade's MIM.
Yeah, it's just that
Well,
fancy steels. I mean, it's MIM, but they do it with fancy ass steels. Like you guys are saying,
I'm gonna say it is, but it's not. So.
But it sounds like it's a knife made for wet environments, salt water, fishing, and that kind of stuff. It sounds like the blade material is also.
Yeah, it's designed to basically be the best of everything. The best of, the best balance of sharpening characteristics, and everything else. Corrosion resistance. Those things in the knife industry are kind of considered like the triangle. If you can have corrosion resistance, you can have, a strong blade and then easy to sharpen. And it said you can only have 2 of those and only 3. So it's one of those things, balance it out. So it's impossible to make the perfect steel, but this is considered, superior for most, although some people will claim that it's not worth the money that you have to pay for it. It's only available from, I think, one company, one supplier.
So that knife is $250. It's
Yeah, I have another bench made with MagnaCut, and yeah, it was $300. So.
X-Adam1 was asking if I have one of those laser bore sight tools. That's why I was messing around over there to find mine. I'll bet myself the biggers.
a few of them.
I've got this kind that fits in the bore in the barrel, and then it's got these little tail pieces, the different sizes.
Breech caliber.
Yeah, and it's good. This one, I don't even know if it is what brand it is. I just got it off Amazon, but I use it at home to kind of get stuff sighted in close enough so when I take it to the range that I'll be on paper, because the laser on this one is okay at closer distance, but when I took it to the range, and at 50 yards you couldn't even see it on the target. I mean, walking up to the target, you couldn't see the laser. So a more expensive, better quality one might do better, but
If you
that's
were
the
to
kind I
take
have.
if you were to take some nylon, maybe 12 foot wide by 200 feet long, and set that up like a canopy between you and the target, that could create enough shade to see that laser. So just bring a 12 foot by 200 foot canopy next time with all the poles you would need for that. Next time you go shooting, try setting that up.
But it gives me, because I can get the elevation, and then the windage, so it's on that way, and then elevation just at. I usually just have it on the table here, and then on the door, I'll put a little target, and then just set it so it's a little bit low. And that usually is enough to kind of get me started. I think Baron's going to bed, or he hurt himself.
No, he's talking about he's too close to the shore. Why don't you read all the comments? He's too close to the shore. He's about to get flooded. So he's just saying goodbye.
What's that earthquake? It's really Godzilla. I've got my Mecha Godzilla shirt on.
It's Godzilla.
Just trying to get caught up here. Oh, the goddamn bacon said they're in Auburn. That's Auburn's about an hour north of me, hour-ish. Got a friend that lives in Auburn.
What's there?
Oh, the Goes, whatever candy.
Oh,
Whatever candy he said. Gosangos.
what country makes the best candy?
America.
I don't know. I haven't really compared candy by country. And I don't know, it depends on how you want to evaluate it. Is it by who's the fanciest, or
I don't know.
my favorite for chocolate bars? My favorite is German. It's the now I forget the name of it. Something Sport, but they're dark chocolate with hazelnuts. That's my favorite chocolate bar.
Well, according to the internet, there is no single best country, but Belgium, Switzerland, and Germany are the ones that are going to win.
I feel like that thing's lying because it didn't even put chili. I mean, hello, they make those little mint things high up in the
Ritter's-
Andes.
Ritter Sports. That's the chocolate bar. Ritter Sports. X Adam 1 said, "Would you like a knife?" I have the same laser tool. I got the
He says,
bullet.
would you
insert.
like that knife? He's giving you that $250 Benchmade.
Oh,
Wow.
I've
like
never.
one. So anyone on the panel who's interested can just say yes, and you'll send you one.
I've got the bullet insert type. They are easier to use, in my opinion. Of course, caliber specific is good to 25 yards visibility. I went with this kind just because I can check if it's centered, because you spin it and then you can see if your dot moves to make sure you're not off center, which I can't do with the bullet kind. Wood said Swiss. He likes Swiss chocolate, or German.
I mean, they do have their own chocolate cake. Makes sense.
It's not named after the country.
What?
False.
Named after the guy who made the chocolate.
Well, it's named after the chocolate company that promoted it.
Sounds like shenanigans.
Look it up. Internet don't
Yeah.
lie.
The scientist out there. So let me show Ozzy's holster that I missed last week for his SP 101. Another nice holster from Ozzy with the snake skin in there. They just get better and better. And sorry I missed it last week, Ozzy. I was scrolling through my phone and I saw the email after the chat. So just a tip, just the tip. If you email me and you're in the chat, let me know. That way I don't miss it.
Oh, no.
Did we talk about? No, we don't want you up there. There we go. Did we talk about Florida last week?
It's a state.
I don't
Well,
remember.
they're
I wasn't here.
open
Peninsula.
carry. They I think we did talk about it.
You did. I
They're-
remember watching it in replay 3 times. But talk about it again. I want to argue.
Oh, it was just I couldn't remember if we had talked about it or not. Florida's ban on open carry was ruled unconstitutional.
Which is awesome.
Chaos.
Woods wants to know, did we talk about Cal, big dumper?
What?
Oh, sports ball.
Oh, got number 57, I heard. Past Griffey. Junior, that is.
So, yeah, he's breaking all because he had got the record for switch hitter home runs, and I guess now he's past Griffey.
Most for a Mariner ever. Saw that earlier today.
Woods said Cal is MVP. Well, he might be if he wasn't a Mariner. And Ozzy just sold a holster today.
Nice.
I would say that makes him a professional holster maker.
Sounds like he's in the business of.
And Wood said F Mike Judge. Yeah. So, I don't know what else is going on. As normal, I am ill prepared.
I've got 1,000 photos of junior high girls basketball to call through right now. So that's what's going on for me. I mean, that doesn't help anybody else or further the conversation, but I figured it would kill 30 seconds here.
Wood said F all Yankees always. Yeah, I am not a Yankees fan. The only way I would root for the Yankees if they were playing the Steelers. I did have a guy drop my daughter off at school, and I was wearing my Mariners jersey. And he goes, "Oh, how are they doing this year?" And so we chit chatted a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, I'm a Yankees fan." And so I spit in his face and walked away.
But how do you feel about Damn Yankees? Do you like that band?
They take me high enough.
It's okay. Ozzy said, "Not a pro or in the business." And I'm just waiting for Woods. Woods said he's proud of me.
Say, Ozzy sounds modest.
Now I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I was at the range. I made a couple new friends at the range. And as we were chit-chatting, one of them one of the guys had said, I offered to let him shoot what I had. And he's like, "No, if I shoot it, then I'm going to want to buy one." And he goes, "I have enough." I said, "No,
What?
no. There's no such thing as enough." And then the other guy was talking about a rifle that he was thinking about getting. And I said, "Well, you might want to get that sooner than later before the new law goes into effect." And they didn't know about the new training requirements going into effect next year. Because I said, "Well, you're going to have to do the training class." And they both go, "Oh, yeah, I've taken the training class." I said, "No, there's a new training class. You have to do live fire training." They were taken aback by that. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that, people are just living their lives. So not everybody keeps up on what's new, but it's
So
important to know what's going on.
here's something that bugs me.
When they said they didn't know about the new training requirement, you spit in their face and walked away.
No, they weren't Yankees fans.
So you were at the range, and they have nothing posted about this either, do they?
Obviously not, right? Like no posters.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. There's a board there, but I never look at the board, so I'm not sure what's listed. So I don't want to say it's not listed. But yeah. I know there are other guys who are more, keep tabs on what's going on. Because there's a couple other guys, older guys that I've talked to. They're out there like at least once a week, and they shoot M1 Garands, and they're both in their 70s. It's still dead eye shots. I wish I could. I'm not that good a shot.
Well, that's because shooting iron sights makes you better than people that shoot red dot. So your eyesight lasts decades longer.
Vulcan Rumble said, "Yeah, Fenway faithful. Yeah, the Boston fans are just as bad as Yankee fans. No offense."
You know what team has the greatest fan base, though?
Which,
Oklahoma City Thunder.
yeah. Now, when I curse Oklahoma City, I'm not cursing the people. I'm cursing the organization and we'll say the city government. I just watched a video on the Sonics and how all that shook out. And looks like I blamed Schultz too much, the previous owner. I won't apologize, but X Adam once said I'm not even a baseball fan, so definitely not a Yankees fan.
He's a good guy. He is a good guy.
Roy wants to know: are your curses effective? What's the success rate of a Foss curse? Well, it's not like a voodoo curse. Okay, Thunder, hot damn, who hurt you? The owner of the Oklahoma Thunder. I can't think of his name. I forgot his name. He who shall not be named.
Wade Boggs.
Actually, Clay Bennett.
Clay Bennett, yes.
Well, so much for not saying Voldemort.
Yeah, it was one of those things where he bought the team saying he would never move the team, and then immediately was working on how to move the team. There was emails. Somebody got the emails of him trying to figure out how to move the teams. Wood said Howard Schultz can kick rocks. I don't give him, after watching this video, I don't blame him as much because of Schultz, what Schultz had said when he bought the team. But Howard Schultz is Starbucks. So I don't like him for that point. I don't like Starbucks.
I was going to say he can kick rocks just for that.
G-Webs is bored. All this sports ball talk. Oh, which now I've really lost whatever point it was I was going to make. But yeah.
Well, you were talking about the range, those guys not knowing what the heck was going on. I asked if anything was hung up at the range about it. You said you were not sure. I don't know if that helps or not, but
Then it turned into sports.
Oh, Wood said, yeah, so guns are cool. Yes, they are. Very cool.
What about the new thing that defeated the NFA? The NFA is gone because of this gun.
Yeah, the
Franklin Armory. Analyst Newbear.
So they've got the Franklin Armory. It's the AFT was trying to say that it's a short-barreled rifle, and they took it to court, and by definition, they won based on the definition that because it takes both a rifle, two different kinds of cartridges. It's designed to take two different kinds of rounds, basically a shotgun round and a rifle round. So that meant it didn't fit the definition of
either
the short barrel
rifle.
Yeah.
Because they start off with can shoot a centerfire rifle cartridge, can shoot a shotgun shell. Like they start off with that part of the definition. So if the thing doesn't comply with that part of the definition, therefore the rest of the definition doesn't apply.
So yeah, and I'm not sure. Do you know what
antithesis? That's what it's called.
What is it? 5.56 and like 4.10 or?
Yeah. Well, yeah. 5.56. think. I don't know. That's what the implication is from people's comments, but what I read didn't actually say it. Like the press release didn't technically say specifically what the deal was. It just said that I think the press release I read was like, it's not like this and it's not like this, therefore it's new and therefore it's good to go. We just got it passed. So they were just talking about the situation,
But
not the specific.
if it's shooting 5.56, how does it take 410?
2 barrels, I guess.
I don't know. When I think it was it a Gary's chat when I was looking up stuff, and there's lots of everybody's talking about it but not giving specifics.
Yep.
And then they also have their, what's the other one with the straight lands?
Mimrox. I believe it's called the Mimrox.
The Reformation.
Roy said Franklin Armory developed a 5.56 cartridge that shoots 2 projectiles. It doesn't shoot shotgun shells. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That makes way more sense.
Yeah, like I said, there's no specific details on it that when I was poking around.
So they developed a 5.56 cartridge that shoots 2 projectiles. But what did that just mean, that they developed a new cartridge? Like, because at that point it's just
You mean the new projectile? There's a new cartridge.
or a new round. That would be 5.56 caliber. But then shouldn't that just shoot out of any 5.56?
Oh, no. So I was gonna look up, but I'm looking up the wrong thing. And
I had a robot check out 23 websites and give me a what is that called? Like a
Synopsis?
yeah, thank you. The Franklin Army Antithesis, a new class of firearm designed and intended to fire both single and multiple projectile ammunition from a rifled barrel under 16 inches long. It is built on an AR platform with standard ergonomics. By designing the firearm to fire more than a single projectile, they successfully argued that it does not fit the legal definition of rifle or short barrel rifle under federal law. This legal distinction is the core of the Antithesis design. The breakdown is not a physical guide for field stripping, but an explanation of how it how it complies with specific regulations. Centers on the firearm's original and intentional design. It's explicitly designed to fire both single bullets and multi-projectile ammunition, such as shot shells. This differs from a standard rifle, which is legally defined by its ability to fire only a single projectile. The NFA so it's more like shot shells, and that's in the description of the. On September 19th, Franklin Army issued a statement noting that a new legal development. After receiving a new request from the ATF, the company voluntarily recalled all 5.56 caliber Antithesis firearms, specifically mentioning this action does not affect the 410-45 Long Colt model. This move effectively halted the public sale of 5.56 pending the new ATF classification. Oh, so then it's just the 410-45 that.
I'm still confused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of this is because then, like, if that's the case, the Rossi Circuit judge should be able to fall under this. I mean, granted, they don't make that with a shorter than 16-inch barrel, but if they really wanted to, but then again, I don't know why they would do it with that firearm exactly, other than just novelty. But at that point, if they're saying it doesn't meet the definition of a rifle because it's able to fire shot as well,
Shot shells.
do you then get to go and reclassify the Smith & Wesson Governor or the Taurus Judge?
Yes.
And I can't find anything on the multiple projectile ammunition because the Franklin Armory page about it, when you click on it, you get a 404 error.
I'm guessing that they probably did AR regular normal 5.56 and then shot shell 5.56, which does exist. And then they probably made it in 45 410. And then the 5.56 one, I guess, is probably more like, what? And they're like, well, then we're going to fall back to the 45 410 since that's the same barrel for both an actual shotgun shell and an actual cartridge, where 5.56 is just putting a shot projectile into a 223 cartridge. So it's a little bit less specific or less dual role. But that doesn't stop anybody from making a 223 shot shell, a real one. Like, you know what I mean? Like if somebody really wanted to make some plastic bent up like a 223 with a little tiny wad and everything, they could. And they'll fucking do it if it means no NFA. I'm sure. So give people a minute to figure that out. Because they've already made big projectiles for 223, so it's just a matter of like putting a little wad in there to bring in there.
Well, I was going to say, think of all the calibers that you can already get snake shot in.
Exactly. And you can already get plastic projectiles. You can already get projectiles, well, shot for 223. It's weird, but you can get it. And yeah, it's just a matter of, figure that out, mating those up. Maybe that's what their thought was. But anyway, we'll see. I like that no matter what the outcome is, I like that people are complying with the NFA in ways that show that the NFA is unnecessary and useless.
What said we could wait until we get more information? Like, no, it's my money and I want it now.
What are you talking about? Wait until you get more information. What, to talk about it or to speculate or to state facts? Come on. We don't need any of those. We don't need any of these information.
Hey, no arguing. That's my job.
Come
on. Sergeant Joe Smith is out there. He said, help me, Mouse Man. That's thunder and lightning outside. I'm scared.
Hey, we got wailed on the other day. I know how that feels. I lost a shed. We had so much rain that it killed one of my sheds.
Wow.
It was a shed made out of nylon, like a tent, but still. And it was years old, but still.
Like a carport type thing?
Yeah, it's like made to hold bicycles, maybe motorcycles, probably like while you're camping or like, temporarily. But I've had it out for like 2 years in the Arizona sun. So, but still, much rain that
sun just dries the crap out of those and they become really brittle.
X Adam 1 asked, can they use multiple straight lands and grooves in a pattern that makes a spiral in the same way that straight lines can make a circle and have that spin a bullet in the Franklin Armory Reformation gun?
That's pretty interesting.
Probably, but I don't know. Garage Guy. Sorry, I missed Garage Guys out there. Good evening. I don't know. Anything else?
Some of these people teamed up, they'd have a garage full of bacon.
Bacon. Bacon. I had macaroni and cheese with bacon.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
There's a Johnson's Meat Shop. They started doing pizzas and macaroni and cheese and smoking it. And their smoked macaroni and cheese with bacon is my favorite.
The worst part about smoking macaroni and bacon is keeping it lit. And it messes up your pipe.
Roy said, "Can't you look up Franklin Armory's recent patents?" Probably.
I don't think we need facts like that to
Well,
speculate.
I don't. Does something like that even go under a patent? I mean, because what do they patent? An idea that is a legitimate workaround?
Well, I think he's saying in the patent it might explain the deal.
Or is he talking about for the Reformation?
I think he's talking about for the antithesis.
That's what I was thinking. But at that point, like I said, I mean, it's just a rifle where they're like, this can shoot shot. So because it can do that, it doesn't meet the definition. I mean, I don't see what would be
I hope they didn't do anything to the gun except say it can shoot both, so therefore your
Yeah.
stupid law doesn't work. Go screw your law. That'd be awesome if that's all it was.
Right.
Roy said, "Yeah, from what I saw before it was removed, they had a pending patent for the cartridge."
See, then that,
I don't care. Any way that they comply that makes them have to rethink how stupid their dumbass law is a win for, in my opinion. And if it gives us stuff to talk about as a community, that isn't just here's a new thing to buy, here's a new grip angle, then I think that's a win too.
And Justin Grimm has been summoned by the bacon.
nice.
Whenever we talk about bacon, there's like the sound of bacon frying like goes out, not like a air siren, but like the sound of bacon frying starts happening, and all the people in Iowa wake up and they like go down fire poles and run around. And
Well, that's because they think Tyson just went up in a nuclear blast.
Gary asks, "Is midnight in here?" I doubt it. I don't think we're cool enough. Well, I'm not cool enough for midnight.
What I miss?
Midnight Rage.
Don't underestimate the popularity of the overnight.
Roy said it's not shot though. It's more like SPIW projectile, a rifle round meant to increase hit probability. Goddamn bacon said, "What kind of cheese do they use for that mac and cheese?" It's different than like the Stouffer's, your traditional mac and cheese.
What do you mean Stouffer's?
Well, that's a reference that most people will get. You know, the orange.
You mean Kraft?
No, I'm thinking the frozen Stouffer's frozen mac and cheese.
Fancy.
Stouffer's used to make a bag of mac and cheese frozen, so you could just parse out however much you wanted, which was nice, but that didn't last very long.
Well, when you buy food at a restaurant, 90% of the time, at this point, maybe even more, it's a frozen bag of something that's either been thawed and squirted out or boiled in the bag and squirted out. Things are made in commissaries and packaged and vacuumed and frozen, so stores just reheat. Or, I mean, restaurant locations just reheat for the most part. That's why it's nice going to a place that has an actual commissary or, giant cooking area or kitchen, I guess, that makes, their own concoctions. Fewer and fewer of those.
Oh, well, do we want to do a bracket
tonight?
Yeah. I thought brackets were a thing of the past that were only done back in the olden days.
Well, we're bringing them back.
Bringing brackets back.
So the bracket is.
He never did get to the poll.
Oh shit! You're right. Hang on.
Is that what you're forgetting that whole time, Foss?
We'll do the poll. Thank you.
They can write that up.
Let me refresh the poll. Make sure we're all caught up and current, and then I will do this first.
Which one is it?
Is the American dream still alive?
Oh.
Yes, you can be whatever you want to be in the U.S. No, there are too many obstacles to success.
Not on the screen. It's not on the screen.
Oh, it's right here. Sorry. There we go. Well, it was on my screen. Yes, you can be whatever you want to be in the U.S. No, there's too many obstacles to success. I don't know. Or what was it even ever real? 54% said yes. 22% said no. 11%, I don't know. 13%, was it ever real? I wasn't sure how this one would shake out, but I think it's still alive. It's maybe a little tougher, but Fuku YT Mark 6 Boom Stick said, except now you can dream you're a woman, cat, dog, rat, stick, and better believe in the delusion also. Chris Lang is and always will be. Folks just need to find purpose and stop being lazy. G-Webs, people who come here still understand the dream. 34th generation folks tend to take the dream for granted, misunderstand it, and do not value it. Krabby Turtle, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days.
Great song.
Luke Lucky, leftism has become a combination of Marxism, socialism, communism. We have to put an end to that. We just lost our super weapon in Charlie. Whoops. Hang on. There we go. John Hildebrand, no, but it could be, again, far too much government interference to allow it for these days. They pick winners and losers by subsidizing what they want and taxing what they don't. This is not a free market at all. Flying Pollock, yes, and as long as you aren't lazy, SJW in the free shit army. Sergeant Joe Smith, if it's your dream to be a garbage man. In-score DBs, devaluing the dollar, and extreme inflation has ruined the chances for 90% of the population. They wiped out the future middle class, wiped the future middle class out of existence for the most part. All this talk of being lazy of kids being lazy is not entirely true. They just don't want to work for nothing. Inflation has taken dreams away from them. With rent being more than one person can make, add a car payment, food, utilities, one person doesn't have a shot in hell of doing it on their own. American Dream, my ass, it's a nightmare now. Guns Barbecue, yes. If it wasn't millions, people would not be trying to immigrate here annually. The goddamn bacon says depends on how it's defined. People tend to overlook that for their own perspective. DJ Play Nice said yes for those who seek it with lifelong dedication and effort. Let me refresh one more time.
The American dream isn't to come hang out and just be lifted to the level of your feelings, like how much you feel like you should grow. The American dream is to be able to roll up your sleeves and work for whatever you want to get out of it.
Yes.
And I mean, most businesses do fail within their first 2 years. At least half of them. But
That doesn't make that's like half the story, because that is true. But the business people who learn from those mistakes, what's the math on how many businesses a business person has to go through before they get their successful businesses off the ground? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's like saying, "Oh, look at how many like strikeouts using your sports," because you guys can only hear sports analogy. How many strikeouts that batter has had to make, and you know what I mean? Like, not looking at their home runs. If you're only looking at their strikeouts, you know what I mean? Like, that would be a pretty pessimistic way
well,
to.
I'm not using that as a disqualifier. It was part of my point that half the businesses fail, but it's still, you have the best opportunity. You can have an idea and make that idea into something. And in a lot of other countries, you can't do that.
Yeah, you have to ask permission, or you just aren't even allowed to do it.
As to say, yeah, on what G was saying, either way, the failure rate would still be the same, no matter how many times it takes them to get to that successful business. I think part of that is, though, like when you do look at the failure rates, things like that, and I think maybe this is where you're going, G. Tell me to shut up if I'm wrong, but
Shut up.
what? Well, I'm not
Go
going to.
Go ahead.
What isn't told in that statistic is the ones that fail. Why was it? Was it a business owner that just had no idea what they were getting into? They thought this would be a good idea, and they had the money to try it, and then they lose everything. Was it a business owner who didn't know how to manage people? Was it a business owner who, I mean, there's so many things. One of the things that
happened and ruined their opening day or something, and they never recuperated. Like, all kinds of shit can fail of us.
like the one thing I always talk about is barbecue businesses. And when I drove truck, I had a trainee who was a Greek immigrant. He'd been here for like 30 years or something, but he had two very successful businesses. He said by the time he immigrated here when he was 18, and by the time he was 21 or 22, he had made his first $1 million. But he said, like, all he did for 3 years was work night and day, 16 hours a day for 3 years. But then he was able to open up his own masonry business as well as restaurant. But so, like, that's when I was starting to dive into the whole barbecue business stuff and really kick that around. So having that trainee was really cool because I got some good insight from him. And one of the things he told me was it's all about location. He's like, his bar was suffering majorly because one of the steel mills around Burgettstown, where he was, had shut down. And they went from a town of like 25,000 down to, like, I think he said 2,000. And he's like, when you lose, that many people, he's like, your business really suffers. And he's like, being a brick and mortar, I'm a bar. He's like, I can't just up and move where the people went. So he actually had to shut down the restaurant side of his bar because he wasn't having enough business. But I was able to garner a lot of insight from him on stuff like that. And with the barbecue businesses around here, they pop up, they last a couple of years, and they close down. And I'm sure there's a lot of reasons to it. One, they cook to their personal palate instead of what their customers are going to like. They get fed a bunch of stuff by friends and family who they don't realize, like, oh, these people are just going to tell me really nice things all the time. They don't have anybody that's going to be really honest with them, I think, a lot of times. So there's a lot of things that go into these barbecue shops around here that open up and then shut down. And I think
There-
that's the case with a lot of just small business owners in general.
You're damn
They
sure
don't know what they're getting into.
and there's like predatory whatever, like, oh sure, I'll sell you that, knowing good well, like,
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like,
oh sure, I'll send you that loan, or I'll get you that business
yeah,
loan, knowing full well they're not going to be there 6 months.
There was in the town we used to live in. There was a barbecue joint, which was decent. It wasn't the best, and it for some reason I liked it better the next day after it was cold than when it was hot. But I liked their food. The only problem was they were closed all the time for private functions, and they didn't last very long.
and like I would say if you're going to do something like that, you'd be better off like a catering thing. And then, do you really need a brick and mortar? Because now you're paying for space that you're really not utilizing. You could do from home.
Yeah, having a brick and mortar, maybe not having like a one that's open to the public, but I think to do a good business, you do need a separate location. Trying to do it out of your kitchen or whatever is going to be.
Well, like here in PA, I can't just do it out of my kitchen. I'd actually, if I wanted to do anything at home, I would have to have a commercial kitchen built in my home, completely separate from everything else. And then that kitchen would only be able to be used for business purposes.
It's super expensive.
Yeah.
Problem is barbecue's a fat. Like nobody wants to eat that stuff, so it's gonna soon nobody will want that stuff in the future. Now,
Well, you got to stop the salads.
A soy-based turkey version of a barbecue flavored slurry. Now we're talking. The future is going to be full of that. You boil that slurry until it's kind of rubbery.
The United States was basically created by people who came. There were a lot of second sons who weren't going to inherit the family fortune, so they came to America to find their own way. And that's kind of, the American dream has always been there, and I think always will be. Everybody wants to come here because there is opportunity. And Woods, our lower middle class is a better standard of living than 90% of the entire world. Our poor are the richest poor in the world. Just about.
What about like Dubai or some shit? Like they're poor, probably really rich. I only have an old Lamborghini.
Well,
they still have slaves. So I'm trying to think. The stat I heard, it was even the poorest Americans living in poverty still rank in the top. I think it was like 5% of wealthiest people in the world. Yeah, and if you,
somebody can correct me on that. I don't remember the exact stat, but it's something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of the countries people go to that we don't hear about. I was going to say, I put in there that the American dream is to not be dead for people that are getting killed. So we're looking at it from a pretty fat and happy perspective. There's still people that are, just want to fucking not be harassed or not be stolen from, or you know what I mean? Like there's people that are still living the third world issues.
There's countries, third world countries, where people make like $30 a month. Their cost of living is lower, but their standard of living is also lower.
Sure. and they don't get an opportunity to think about who's the president, what kind of political blah blah blah, what's going on with that legal case or something. They're more worried about the basics, obviously. How to rid their country of 9mm, for example.
So thank you to everybody who participated in the poll.
It's all like a grilled cheese sandwich when you look at it. It's all like about a bowl of macaroni and cheese when it comes down to it.
The other day I made a double layered grilled cheese sandwich. I basically made a grilled cheese sandwich and then put another slice of cheese and flipped it over and to grill that new piece of bread. I quite enjoyed it. So let's we'll get back to the bracket. And it was martial arts movie stars.
Oh, interesting.
So we've got Wesley Snipes.
We're not seeing this. No one is seeing
Oh, I'm seeing it.
Like,
Isn't that what matters the most?
This sounds
Wesley
like an
Snipes.
open bracket.
Now I got to find my.
Besides Blade, is he in? No, he's been in some other action movies. What am I saying?
Demolition Man.
Yeah.
So Steven Seagal.
Classic. Probably the winner.
See the
Sonny
helicopter
Chiba.
there? It's called a Skippy.
Who was that
Sammo
last guy?
Hung.
Who was the last guy?
Sonny Chiba. That's Galago.
I was going to say Galgo 13.
Yeah. Sammo Hung. He's Sammo in Enter the Dragon when Bruce Lee is teaching and he's kind of sparring with that kid. He's the kid. That also had a TV show, Martial Law. Has done a lot of movies, bunch that I haven't seen. Michelle Yeoh.
Classic.
Michael Jai White, and he has to be on something to look this good at his age. Jim Kelly.
You went to all time frames for this one.
There we go. Jet Li. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Goddamn, Van Damme.
Come on, damn.
Jackie Chan. Donnie Yen. You don't like him?
He's just not in enough movies.
Well, not movies you haven't seen.
Well,
Doesn't mean he hasn't been in movies. He was really good. Well, I haven't seen the Ip Man. I've only seen clips of Ip Man.
they're good. That's good.
Which I keep meaning to watch him, but I just haven't got around to it. But he was good in Iron Monkey. Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Cynthia Rothrock. Chuck Norris.
Excellent picture choice. Anybody know what movie?
Delta Force?
No.
Invasion.
Enter Dragon.
No.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
No, that's a TV show.
Total Gym commercial.
Yep. Like, buy this, a Trim McQueen.
Bruce Lee. And Bolo Young.
Left a lot out.
Well, I can't put everybody on here.
Technically have to leave some out, I suppose. But yeah, Invasion USA.
Yeah, I can't. There's
It's
no
too
room
bad
for
that
Michael. No room for Michael Dudikoff.
It's too bad that the bracket thing won't let you put pictures in so that we can have like picture references of all these folks while we're doing it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be really cool. Is if like there were these people that are super awesome with computers, and they could just like make us a bracket maker where we could do that.
Oh, Jason Statham.
Eh,
No.
no.
Ray Park.
Moo.
Mr.
I
T.
would put. What's his name?
Giant Fat.
No, I wouldn't put him in because he's more gun fu, kung fu.
That's a
But
replacement.
I do like him. I do enjoy his movies. I was just trying to remember. Ernie Reyes Jr. Yeah, couldn't put him on here either.
David Carradine.
No.
Mr. Miyagi.
I don't know when he started doing martial arts, but he does. Well, I think is he still alive?
I don't think so.
No, I thought he croaked a few years back.
I know at some point he did because I've seen interviews with him from a dojo. But I don't know if he actually did martial arts.
Joe Rogan.
Eh.
No.
I said that one on purpose. I knew that your reaction was going to be, I'm sorry.
I'm not a Rogan fan. I liked him in news radio, and that's it. I didn't like his stand up and his interviews. I want to hear the guests. I don't want to hear him.
I will not apologize for Oklahoma City Thunder comments, though, because I know those get you fired up, and I kind of enjoy your reactions every time. So
let me get up here and shuffle the teams. Shuffling.
Was that really enough shuffling? I guess.
I can throw in a couple more. I don't want to be accused of not shuffling enough.
The guy from Highlander? I don't know. That's like Sword Fu, maybe?
Ben Stiller?
Highlander.
I thought Ben Stiller was in Highlander. Or
Ben Stiller? No. So first
what the hell am I thinking of?
Have no clue. Sonny Chiba versus Chuck Norris. G-Webs.
So Lone Wolf McQuaid versus Golgo 13. I'm going to say Golgo 13. I don't think anybody else will vote for him, but
really, he also was in Karate Fighter 1, 2, and 3. And he was in Kill Bill.
Well, I like Sonny Chiba because he's like, there's Bruce Lee, but then there's the contemporary Hong Kong movies of the time, and that's what he was doing, right? Like, that's how I think of him. So, like, cool 70s, grainy, and then kind of like Ultraman or something. Like, it's that, like, the zoom or something. Like, there's just the characteristics of, like, the filming back then. And maybe it's like their TV shows. Like I have no idea where it comes from, but anyway, it's like that really cool 70s kind of atmosphere. It's all filmed in 70s Japan, so there's like he's a good fighter, I guess, but he's nothing like the fighters today. But it's like same as Bruce Lee. Like it's the era he didn't start nothing, but he helped introduce it for sure. He kept it going. Anyway, I think there's a lot more history there. Although fucking Chuck Norris did a shit ton.
Gary.
As an American, I'm not allowed to vote against Chuck Norris, so you have to vote for Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Barbecue.
Well, since I mentioned Ben Stiller earlier, as he said in Dodgeball, fucking Chuck Norris. That's where my vote's going, Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Wood said Norris. Sergeant Joe Smith said Chucky. Woods Norris. Oh, I guess Woods Norris. Woods Norris. Norris is an icon. The goddamn bacon. Chuck could fold Sonny, by all accounts. I've heard from my school and tournaments. Roy said G is about to lose his Total Gym sponsorship for voting against Chuck Norris.
I didn't vote against Norris as much as for Chiba. And I agree that Chiba was not like, I don't think he ever started out as like a martial arts guy, right? He just was willing to do martial arts stuff in his movies. But I think he was.
Oh, crap. I just realized, too, I left off that I should have put on.
Who?
As soon as I remember his name.
Hopefully a girl.
And I just blanked on his name while I was talking about him. Sho Kosugi.
What movie?
Sho Kosugi should have been on this. Enter the Ninja. Pray for Death. Ninja Avenger. Ninja 3 The Domination, which sucked, but still. Ninja Thunderbolt. I meant to have him on this list, but oh well.
Can't edit it now, right?
Yeah, we'll play the hand we're dealt. Vulcan Rumble said Norris. X Adam 1. Sonny Chiba was very 1980s. Chuck was stiff, used a gun, and his beard doesn't match martial arts.
Yeah, the beard was G.I. Joe, and Sonny Chiba, Golgo 13, definitely used a gun. That was the reason Golgo 13's so awesome. He can put together an AR in a boat and shoot sniper shot from like a million yards from the boat.
I do really like Sonny Chiba. I have always liked Sonny Chiba, but I have to go Chuck Norris. I'm just going to go because his martial arts are better.
I concede he'd win in a fight, but Sonny Chiba would shoot an AR-15 at him.
From a distance. So now we've got Bolo Young against Dolph Lundgren. G-Webs.
Dolph. I like his movies more. And I think he'd win. He's bigger.
He would stand a good chance. He was European champion, Kyokushinkai champion. Really smart guy. He was a chemical engineer, decided he didn't want to do chemical engineering anymore.
Became too sexy for his shirt.
Became a model, was a bodyguard for Grace Jones, dated Grace Jones, and through her got into movies. Gizzard.
I must end you.
Didn't Gizzard date Grace Jones for a number of years?
We don't talk about that.
No, that was Star Jones.
I didn't marry her, though.
Gary likes them thick.
That's right.
Barbecue. Bolo Young or Dolph Lundgren?
Quick question. Should have asked this before we started the bracket, but the criteria here, is it just in general, whichever one we prefer? Is it which one do we think would win in a fight in real life, or the character from each movie?
I did not give any criteria.
So,
Vote now.
I mean, it doesn't matter either way. I'm going Dolph Lundgren on this one. I just wanted to verify.
Yeah, the criteria are normally sort of loose on
Yes.
the brackets, but this week they're extra loose.
That's what she said.
I could tell by the thumbnail that there'd be a loose bracket today.
X Adam once said Bolo. What martial arts movie did Dolph come out in?
I thought he was straight.
I don't know what his first one was. Wood said Dolph. Sir Joe Smith, Dolph.
It says on the internet his notable martial art roles include his breakout performance as Soviet boxer in Rocky, and then Universal Soldier, and then The Expendables.
Well, there was a few movies in between those last two.
Yeah, 1992 to 2010, but I guess nothing happened in there. So Rocky, Universal Soldier, Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Showdown in Little Tokyo. I like that one. It's not great, but it's got
Punisher.
Brandon Lee in it.
Punisher.
Punisher, it's not. Punisher is a bad movie, but I still kind of like it.
Oh, it's a bad movie. The Shooter, Men of War. I don't remember those.
And I did like Universal Soldier.
Universal Soldier, and then the other ones.
Let me go. Goddamn Bacon said fighting engineer versus the best man boobs in the business. Hard decision. Roy said, is boxing a martial art? I don't actually know. I think technically I would include it, but I don't ever think about it.
It's a martial art.
So I'm going to vote.
Have you ever punched anybody or punched anything like the old-fashioned boxers used to do? Like that downward punch looking thing? Like there's a lot of power in that. It's, somebody might be able to move, but it is a pretty powerful punch.
So now we've got Jackie Chan versus Michael Jai White. G-Webs.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
He's at like superhero level.
He is, but I lost a lot of respect for him when he came out in support of the Chi-Com government.
And he's probably anti-gun, I bet.
Gizzard.
I don't know the other guy, so I'm going to have to go with Jackie Chan.
Michael Jai White, he's kind of second tier at best. He's got a lot of power. He's a good martial artist. All his movies are bad. He was in is it Dark Knight? Which one was the one with the Joker?
He's in
Dark Knight.
He's Spawn.
Yeah.
That's his main thing.
He was in the Dark Knight. He was one of the gangster bad guys in the room where when Joker comes in and kills the guy with the pencil.
But Spawn is what he's in.
Barbecue.
Definitely Jackie Chan. Even though I just learned something about him that I'm not thrilled about.
A vote for Jackie Chan is a vote for communism.
It is. It's like buying avocados.
Oh. So, Sergeant Joe Smith said Chan. Roy, you thought the biggest Chinese movie star was going to have an anti-CCP stance?
Good point.
And X Adam 1, I'm basing this off action movie starts. Jackie Chan for movie martial arts, Michael Jai White in a real fist fight, but I still vote Jackie Chan. Yeah, I have to vote Jackie Chan. So now we've got Donnie Yen versus Michelle Yeoh.
If you do it how much money they make, Jackie Chan would still win.
Yeah.
Who's the other one? Doesn't
Donnie
matter.
Yen,
I don't know who that is, but I think Michelle Yeoh is awesome. So,
Michelle Yeoh. Gizzard.
I don't know. Are girls allowed to fight on here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll go with Michelle. Probably better looking.
Barbecue.
Michelle or who?
Donnie Yen. Ip Man and Iron Monkey.
Neither one of those helped me. Sorry.
Oh.
What was Michelle in?
He's in John Wick, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, he was in the last
what?
John Wick. He was
You
the
know
blind
what?
guy.
He's the guy in
Blind guy
Rogue.
in John Wick.
He's the ninja guy in Rogue One. That's the best way to think of him.
have not seen Rogue One, and I have not seen any John Wick movies.
Rogue One is the best Star Wars. You should watch that. But anyway, yeah, he's the ninja guy in Rogue One. That's the best way to remember.
It's come to light recently that Barbecue has Gizzard Gary level movie ignorance.
Yeah, seriously.
I beg your pardon.
I have not hit him this fact, I will say. Yeah. We'll go with Donna, just for shits and giggles.
Donnie.
Donnie, whatever.
Sergeant Joe Smith said the girl. X Adam 1 said Donnie. I'm gonna say, yeah, Michelle Yeoh.
I mean, he's all right and everything. He's not bad, but if there's a movie with Michelle in it, I'm watching it.
I would prefer to watch.
Like you can tell like some actors are like, I'll take any movie that comes along. So some of their movies suck and some of their movies are good, and usually it's like most of them suck. But she's got that knack, I think, for like, at least I've only seen her in movies that are actually good, and like, you know, she picks roles.
She was great at Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
and movies like that. There's a bunch like that.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, or whatever the movie was called. She was good in that.
Like I say, she picks good movies.
Star Trek Discovery, she played a captain. I would have rather watched her as the main star of a Star Trek than the chick that actually got the main part.
I actually heard Schwarzenegger say something the one time about all of his bad movies, because I think the interviewer had mentioned like, you don't have a lot of bad movies, and Schwarzenegger's like, what are you talking about? Yeah. He's like, I got a ton of bad movies. He's like, but by having all those bad ones, you appreciate the good ones. And he's like, you know, and he starts talking about it.
Because I have so many bad ones, it means I have so many more good ones that you like. Then
he challenged. He's like, tell me, you know, my bad movies, and they could name like 2, maybe 3. He's like, exactly. He's like, the bad ones don't matter. He's like, now tell me all the good ones.
Hercules
like, you
goes
don't-
crazy.
He's like, you don't get the good ones without having bad ones. I was like, that's interesting. Like,
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Basically, put in the work, and the
Yeah.
cream will rise to the top, and people will remember the cream.
Vulcan Rumble is asking me to go easy on you, barbecue. You're
oh no,
the blind
there,
guy.
there will be none of that. I've only been blind for 7 years now, so there is still plenty of time for me to have watched movies before that. I was just doing a lot of other stuff like sports ball.
See, that's why it wastes your life.
That and having kids.
I'm gonna say sports ball, banging chicks, working my life away. That's about all I did up until I got with the children's mother. And then it was having kids and being dad, and then went blind.
So now we've got Wesley Snipes versus Jean-Claude Van Damme. G-Webs.
This is a tough one. I guess Wesley.
Wesley. Gizzard.
Snipes.
Snipes. Barbecue.
I would like to vote for Wesley Snipes, but he was actually supposed to fight Joe Rogan and backed out multiple times. And I'm like, no, I can't vote for him. He's a wuss. Gonna have to go with Van Damme, even though I really don't like him either.
Van Damme is pretty cool. I like Van Damme.
I just don't like his name.
Goddamn Van Damme. What's the best? It's like one of the best names ever. So you got to watch the new Van Damme stuff where he's, I don't know what to call it. Like he's Van Damme, an old out of work actor who is also a CIA spy doing stuff or something. It's pretty cool.
Go back up. X Adam One said at this rate Kung Fu Panda is going to win the bracket. Kung Fu Panda was almost on the bracket.
Would have been great.
Kung Fu grilled cheese sandwich will win the bracket because by about the third row we're going to turn it into a food bracket.
Wood said Van Damme with the splits. Well, yeah, Van Damme in his movies was all offense. He had no defense.
And Wesley Snipes has way more movies.
I think I'm going to go Wesley Snipes. I'm kind of surprised I did.
I don't know who would actually win in a fight because I think they're both pretty old, but I think Van Damme is older, so that's why I think Snipes would probably beat him up. But I don't know.
I'm not sure either because Snipes is a genuine martial artist.
Yeah,
he did a
fun shit, I don't think. And I'm not saying Van Damme isn't good as a martial artist. I just think Snipes is also pretty good, and they're both strong. So I don't know.
It'd be an interesting
in a movie together. There's no Van Damme Snipes movie, is there?
Not that I know of. But someone had Roy brought up Simon Phoenix, which he did a great job as Simon Phoenix in Demolition Man. So now we've got Jet Li versus Sammo Hung. G-Webs.
Jet Li.
I think this is a bad matchup for Sammo. Gizzard.
Jet Li.
Barbecue.
Jet Li. I mean, Lethal Weapon 4. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and vote Jet Li. I appreciate Sammo and his talent, but yeah.
Jet Li proved to us just how ineffective 9mm handguns are. Just
Well,
one move.
G-Webs
One move.
has that technique too.
My video was first, so they stole it from me, but whatever.
Now we've got Jim Kelly, Black Belt Jones versus Steven Seagal.
I had no idea that Super Bowl losing quarterback was a
I
martial
didn't
artist.
even know he was black.
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal. Jim Kelly has two of my favorite movie lines ever. Suddenly, Mr. Hahn, I'd like to leave your island. And I forgot the other line. It's the same scene. And I'll think of it later. Gizzard.
Well, let's go with Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal. Barbecue.
We're gonna vote for the Skippy. Seagal.
Seagal. Wood said Steve. X Adam 1. Samo is proof that working hard all of your life gets you nowhere. Can't even win a bracket when his entire life is martial arts against Hollywood newbies.
Same with Jim Kelly. He was one of the most decorated karate champions, according to the internet.
It's got the goddamn bacon said Jim Kelly doesn't get enough credit, in my opinion.
But it's an all-inclusive poll, so we're going with movies. Plus, he's well, now I can't see who he's up against again.
The other quote.
The movies were insane.
It's the same scene where he says, "Mr. Han, I'd suddenly like to leave your island." He says, "Bullshit, Mr. Han, man." I am gonna go. I'm gonna give Jim Kelly a vote. I think he deserves one, but Seagal's gonna move on. So now we've got Bruce Lee versus Cynthia Rothrock. G-Webs.
I really like Cynthia, but Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Gizzard.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Barbecue.
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Out of
Do you even know who she is?
Nope. I just figured I'd make people just what the.
So you could not act. Her martial arts was okay. Her movie martial arts was okay. But all her movies are bad. Wood said Lee.
I don't know if they're bad. They're just 1980s, whatever they call that.
1980s bad.
We don't have enough kung fu movies, so let's go make a lot more kung fu movies by splicing together other movies and stuff. It was like that era.
Roy wants to know who Cynthia Rothrock is.
The chicken mom genes in like every 1980s movie. Who's
she did License to Drive with Corey Haim. That was her non-martial arts movie.
She's like the token martial arts like sidekick cop usually. Like she's usually like either the cop or the sidekick cop, and then all of a sudden she's got to do kung fu or karate in the middle of a scene or two. At least in most of the movies regular people have seen. And then she's in all these like kung fu movies and stuff from back in the day. These like 1880s. And she's always a cop, right?
The picture that I showed was her in the cop uniform.
So she was very well, because she was an American actor in Hong Kong, they like was like, okay, you're the American cop sidekick because she's a chick. So this guy'd be the cop, she'd be the sidekick, and then they'd always break out into a karate fight, or kung fu fight or whatever. So anyway, I think she was pretty good. She's overlooked, I think.
I'm gonna go Bruce Lee.
But yeah, against Bruce Lee. Come on.
I have a trading card with a piece of a robe from Enter the Dragon, which I had forgotten that I had, and I had left it with the roommate when I had moved out. I guess I had left it behind, and he gave it to me, and I forgot about it. And I thought he had bought it for me. I'm like, oh, hey, I appreciate that. He goes, no, it's yours. You left it. Oh,
Young, you bought it for your old self.
so now we've got Chuck Norris versus Dolph Lundgren. G-Webs.
What?
Lone Wolf McQuaid.
Chuck Norris. Gizzard.
Norris.
Norris. Barbecue.
Norris.
Norris. I'm going to have to go Dolph just because he's Kyokushinkai. I was Kyokushinkai. But Chuck Norris is going to move on. Wood said Chuck. So now Jackie Chan, Michelle Yeoh. G-Webs.
I noticed Danny DeVito wasn't in here. Or wait, who's the kid from Karate Kid? Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio. Yeah, because he sucked.
I guess since he's not in here, I'll go with Jackie.
We don't have Pat Morita in here either.
All right, Ralph Macchio had to win with an illegal kick, so
Gizzard.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. What's to say, Frosty? No, Bruce Lee was a husky. Yeah, in the movie Dragon, they put it in San Francisco, but he came to Seattle, not San Francisco, when he moved to the U.S. Barbecue.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
I heard Seattle was the San Francisco of Washington.
Just about. Less people pooping in the street. Wood said Chan. I'm going to say Michelle Yeoh just to give her a vote. But Jackie Chan is going to move on. So now Wesley Snipes versus Jet Li. G-Webs.
Jet Li.
Jet Li. Gizzard.
Jet Li.
Jet Li. Barbecue.
Again, Lethal Weapon 4. Jet Li.
Jet Li. Wood said Lee. I'm going to go Wesley Snipes, but Jet Li is going to move on. So Steven Seagal versus Bruce Lee.
You think Wesley Snipes would beat up Jet Li in a fight in real life?
Probably not. Jet Li has the speed on Snipes.
And he has a lot of strength.
Well, Snipes is...
Well, I'm not saying Snipes isn't strong. I'm just saying, like, some guys just have speed, but Jet Li is, like, also pretty big.
Yeah, so I think Lee would win. So Steven Seagal or Bruce Lee? G-Webs.
Oh, Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Gizzard.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Barbecue.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Sergeant Joe Smith said the Cobra Kai guy won the All Valley tournament with the kick. Have you seen the Saturday Night Live skit with John Cena playing the bad guy? It's the Karate Kid skit. The other dude's kind of stands up to do the crane kick, and Cena just boots him straight in the chest, and he goes flying backwards through like 3 or 4 walls into a garage.
Nice. I have not seen that.
But I'm going to vote Bruce Lee. So now Chuck Norris versus Jackie Chan. G-Webs.
I like Chuck Norris, but Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. Gizzard.
Let's make it interesting. Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Barbecue.
So I heard this thing one time, and Foss probably knows what I'm about to say, but it intrigued me, and that was they were talking about Jackie Chan and like how legit the stuff he does is, but you know he's known for comedy. But if you put a serious face on him, a lot like Bruce Lee, you know, you would really believe that Jackie Chan could really whoop some ass. You know, with the way he's like sliding through ladders and then just spins around, using them as weapons, and it really intrigued me to think about that. Like, if you just switched what he was doing and took the comedy out of it, and this is tough. I'm gonna say Jackie Chan just to be different.
Jackie Chan. Yeah, Jackie Chan had said that he kind of went the comedy route just to set him apart from all the. After Bruce Lee died, there was all these imitators that came in, and he wanted to kind of set himself apart, so he went the comedy route. Toe Jam Man, Boom Stick is out there. Well, this one is going to go to the chat because I'm voting Chuck Norris.
I don't blame you.
So we need some votes out there. Wood said Norris because I'm not a commie. So we've got one for Norris. So we need some more. Let's get some more votes out there. Please. Actually, let me do it this way. I always forget I can do a poll out there on the YouTubes. So I'll put it as a poll that people can vote in. I'll just put vote. Vote. So who are we voting for?
Jackie Chan or Chuck Norris?
So Norris or Chan. So the poll is processing. The poll is up, so vote. Vote, vote, vote.
Vote fast and vote often.
We'll give it here a little bit. Roy said Lone Wolf. Sergeant Joe Smith. Walker.
Here's an Easter egg for anybody watching Lone Wolf McQuade. Whenever they show the city, like there's a couple of scenes where they'll show like the vehicle that he's in driving into the city or driving out of the city. I don't know if it's Dallas or whatever it's supposed to be. but whenever they show the city from like far away, it's probably from like up at the top of some building looking down at the city or whatever. You can see this. I think it's a van smashes into a car. Like some car is parked to turn left, and some van comes in and just like smashes the shit, like rear ends it. And there's no way it was like part of the filming because it's there was no way they set that up. I think they just happened to film or an accident happened and they used the scene more than once in the movie. That's why you can see it a couple of times, I think, in the movie.
So I'll give it a couple more seconds, and then I'm going to end the poll. 3, 2, 1. We'll end the poll, and Norris won the poll.
Just barely.
Just barely by.
Just squeaked by. Got a couple of
89 to 11%. So I think we're going to end up with the classic matchup here. So now it's Jet Li versus Bruce Lee.
Oh.
G-Webs.
Lee.
Lee with an I or Lee with an E?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Gizzard.
Jet Li.
Jet Li. Barbecue.
Again, Lethal Weapon 4. Jet Li.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I'm voting Bruce Lee. So this again will go out to the chat. Let me get another poll going here. Vote. And
In my
we'll
opinion, and I've done the math on this, this overnight show has more participation via polls for its bracket than any other overnight late night show that has poll participation in its bracket.
Now you sound like sports analysts making up records. You watch too much sports ball.
100% participation rate with the audience in these polls in the overnight chats.
Well, I do like having the poll, so it's easier for the chat to participate in the polls. I wish I had a producer who could handle that, because that would make it easier to do. Or maybe some minions to work behind the scenes.
You ought to get robots.
What's it pay?
Quit fearing robots.
Mellow Pumpkins.
Oof. Can I do it for charity? Or community service?
Excuse me. Is charity a stripper?
It wouldn't count as community
Could be.
service. It would probably be charged in some jurisdictions.
Boomstick said, "Seen my first boobie on a Bruce Lee film."
Kind of hard not to vote for Bruce Lee at that point.
We'll give it just a couple more seconds, and then we'll close the poll.
Totally understand his bias.
A vote for Bruce Lee is a vote for boobs.
And we'll close the poll. Bruce Lee won.
Just squeaked by.
I feel like
So
it's
now
probably a landslide.
We've got that classic matchup: Chuck Norris versus Bruce Lee.
I figured this was going to happen.
So, G-Webs, are you voting for the man with the furry vest or the smooth man?
I'm voting for Bruce Lee. The one who would win this fight.
Bruce Lee. Gizzard.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Barbecue.
So what movie are these two in together?
The one in Italy where they fight in the Coliseum.
Game of Death? No, that was after.
No, that's after. That's when the one Bruce Lee died during filming.
Right.
And say
Was it Return of the Dragon?
maybe it's that. I thought I had dragon in the title, but there's a thing that I saw before where somebody took Careless Whispers, and
Yeah.
that makes me laugh every freaking time. But I'm gonna have to vote for Chuck Norris here. He's the only one with actual fighting credentials in real life.
Way of the Dragon.
Yeah, when the movies were shipped over to the U.S., all the cans got mixed up. So the titles overseas were different than the titles in the U.S. X Adam 1 said vote American or foreigner. It got Dan Bacon said Chuck Norris just for
Bruce
X
Lee's,
Adam.
Bruce Lee's American.
Chuck Norris is cold as ice.
I'm gonna vote. Wow, this is tough. When I was younger, it would be a no-brainer Bruce Lee. As I've gotten older, Chuck has moved up. Am I gonna vote Norris or?
Has Chuck Norris ever contributed something like Jeet Kune Do to the world? No.
No.
What would Bruce Lee's life have been like? Would he be selling the Bruce Lee kick extender, or would he be the super cool chill guy keeping the world aware of like seeing each other's point perspective? Like the world would have been a better place, I think, if Bruce Lee would have stuck around.
I'm gonna vote Bruce Lee, and this is the chat will determine this winner. So let me get one more poll over on the YouTube side.
I've never experienced an overnight chat that relied so heavily on the participation of the chat participants. This is a responsibility that's unprecedented given to the audience.
Can I do a write-in vote? I'm gonna do a write-in. Billy Banks, the Tybo guy. You didn't put him on here.
He sued Van Damme on
He sued his own
Cyborg.
son.
On Cyborg, he was a stuntman bad guy, and he was coming at Van Damme with a knife, and Van Damme accidentally hit his arm, and the knife hit Billy Banks in the face and damaged his eye.
Oh,
so
wow.
poll is up. Vote
I
for
would
the
have
winner.
said, if that happened to me, I'd say, God damn, Van Damme.
So, looks like Norris might win this.
As he should.
We'll give it just a little bit longer.
So Bruce Lee was born in San Francisco. So FYI, he's from the United States.
Yeah, when his parents came through on tour.
Don't care. That's how it works. He's an American. He came here, made all his money here, did all his shit here, dragged that culture, the kung fu culture.
Well, not according to Trump.
Huh?
So not according to Trump, he wouldn't be.
Well, doesn't matter. In 1970, whatever it was. No, sorry, 1940. Holy shit.
So we'll give it just a few more moments, and then we'll close the poll. It's tightened up a little bit.
Anchor Baby
But
is
you
where
said,
he uses the baby to hang out here. They didn't. He came back here on his own volition. So I'd say true definition of an American. Born here, just went and experienced life in other countries, and then decided to
Well,
come.
he kind of got in trouble in Hong Kong, so he had to leave.
Yeah, but he could have gone anywhere. He decided to come back here. So there you go.
So we'll go ahead and end the poll, and Norris won.
Most honorable story. This one was closer, at least.
So Chuck Norris has been voted the best martial arts movie star.
Most of it's movie star. Chuck Norris has a couple more movies.
Yeah. X Adam 1 said the panel has no shame.
Plus, he's the only one on the bracket that I've actually seen in real life. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, he was at was it SHOT Show one year? Yeah, he was at the Glock booth. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I guess I have seen him. I was going to say you should have gone up and tried to sucker punch him, but then I didn't either. So
if I'd have known that, I would have totally voted Bruce Lee. This is like the Hunter Biden laptop scandal. You guys kept that from me.
Well, they hired him after Arlie Ermy passed away.
a little different, I imagine. I'm assuming, because there's no way Chuck Norris can remember everybody that he's met. Like, that would be insane.
So, Mr. G. Webs, is there
it
anything you'd like to let these fine folks know about?
Well,
Anything you got coming up?
I'm glad that you let them know about the second bracket that we're doing tonight. So get ready for a double header, is what they call it in sports. Roll up your sleeves for second bracket, food
That's a
bracket.
different meeting with my neighbors.
Best ice cream and lunch meat combos.
We had to cancel the second bracket. It blew a radiator hose on the way.
I got all these ice creams and lunch meats ready.
So, anything you got coming up?
The thing with the stuff that I have planned, it's amazing. Thanks for letting me promote it here. And thanks for hosting.
So, check out G Web's channel for things and stuff. Or your website's channel.
It's the thing with the stuff, but just to be sure.
Gizzard.
Let's see. Foul Territory, Monday night, 9 p.m. Central. Also, I received in the mail today, quite unexpectedly, 2 knives from Civivi to review. So
Nice.
I didn't even know they were sending them. So anyway, got those to do. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. Barbecue, what you got going?
Whole lot of nothing. Let's say same prep, different day, different week. Be sure to click the description in this video or past videos. Go to the DM Foss swag store and buy super awesome DM Foss swag.
I bought the jacket with the full embroidered back panel. It was $1,500, but I feel it was worth it.
Well, thank you for being here, Barbecue.
Thank you for having me.
Next chat will be next Saturday. I'm working on another YouTube channel. Another with the stuff from the Second Amendment stuff from the Supreme Court. Supreme Court. But I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it. I got the channel up, but there's no content on it. It's Second Amendment Supreme Court cases.
You know how they take music and like replay it in like a different genre? You could take Supreme Court cases and have it be like replayed into jazz blues or something, so that it's a different way to listen. Like you could listen to the case, but it would be like listening to a jazz song.
Or have the AI deliver oral arguments in the style of Shakespeare.
There you go. It's like going to a Broadway play, but you're really watching the Supreme Court decision on the Second Amendment.
And then there's also the Ninth
Circuit Court.
Ninth Circuit hearings, which is just Ninth Circuit hearings, ones that I find interesting. Basically, I'm taking their video, adding descriptors, so you can actually see what each video is about. If you're looking for something specific or a topic, you can kind of see what these videos are about. And I think other than that, thank you to everybody that was out there in the bracket, participating in the bracket, and chatting it up in the live chat. If you watch this replay, leave a comment. My ego needs comments. I'm shallow and insecure, and the comments help me feel better about myself. So, I guess other than that, I hope everybody has a good rest of the night and go do something good.